check. 1, 2.
Isang magandang araw sa lahat ng mga ka-hoop junkies natin from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. It is good to be back. I am Enzo Galarosa here at home at the basketball court inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center in Ateneo de Manila. Welcome po sa ating third game today in the Asiabasket. And joining me is our courtside reporter ngayon, Flo Del Agua, who will be giving our eyes and ears on the sidelines. Flo?
Thank you so much, Enzo, for our third game today. The story is there is a first time for everything. In just a few moments, we will be welcoming the Adamson Soaring Falcons for their first game here in the Asiabasket and their first appearance since their Final Four finish in the UAAP. On the other side of the court, the FEU Tamaraws suffered their first loss last week, and it may be extra challenging for them today as they do not have their top scorer, Adam Nakay, present in their match ngayong araw. Let's see who among these UAAP stars will shine this evening as we bring you the third game of the Asiabasket College Campus Tour.
And ladies and gentlemen, we can see our tournament format. 14 teams will be classified into two groups, Group A and Group B. 3 teams per group will be eliminated after a single round robin. 8 teams in total will remain for the knockout stage, single game elimination and single round robin tayo. There will be a crossover between Group A and Group B to kick off the quarterfinals, knockout games from the quarterfinals, semifinals, and of course the finals to determine the Asiabasket Campus Tour champions. As here are our games today. Earlier, we saw Perpetual Altas contra the NU Bulldogs. Yung second game natin was the De La Salle Green Archers versus the UE Red Wars. In our third game, this game, the FEU Tamaraws against the Adamson Soaring Falcons. And of course, our main event is the St. Clare College Saints versus the home team, Ateneo Blue Eagles. Yan po ang ating laro ngayon. And of course, right now, it is the battle between the UAAP Cagers, the FEU Tamaraws, against the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Who will be victorious in this ball game?
And now let us meet the servers from both teams. First for the FEU Tamaraws. Starting guard number 5, Jeffrey Kwan. Under guard number 24, Salazar. At forward number 10, Rojan Montemayor. Under forward number 72, Luke Felipe. And at center number 25, Bo Conate. And the coach is Sean Chambers. And now let us meet the servers for the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Starting guard number 3, Matthew Montemon. Under guard number 17, Lorenzo Competente.
At forward number 11, Joshua Barcelona. Under forward number 13, Royce Montua. And playing center number 52, Alu Goye. Head coach of the Adamson Soaring Falcons, Nash Rosella. Officiating this ball game, courtesy FIBA International Referee Arnolfo Bermeo. Umpire 1, FIBA International Referee Harry Santos. And Umpire 2, National Referee Jess Boras. This game is under the supervision of our Commissioner, Joy Reyes, and technical head Levi Valenzuela. This is your 2025 Asiabasket College Campus Tour. It's game time!
The ball going to the
Start.
Adamson Soaring Falcons. They are starting with Barcelona, Montebon, Mantua, Competente, and Alugaye at the center spot. Makakalaban naman nila dito ang FEU Tamaraws, starting off with Daa, Montemayor sa lansang, Conate, as an early three-point attempt is knocked down agad-agad by Matthew Montebon. A man who led the Adamson Soaring Falcons in three-point percentage last season 87 of the UAP, as Felipe tries to counter. Nearly stolen away as Montemayor draws a foul on the first attempt for the FEU Tamaraws. Foul will be whistled on Royce Mantua, as expect these two teams to battle it out, especially a hobbled FEU Tamaraws team who don't have their stars. Joric Bautista, Cholo Anunuevo, and the reigning Rookie of the Year Francis VJ Pre. But a lot is going to be expected from the man on the free throw line. The Trojan horse, the pride of Alegria Cebu, Rojan Montemayor. A 22-year-old standout. 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. 3-2. Early advantage for the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Montebon swings it to LBC. They give it over to Mantua. Mantua, pull-up jumper. In and out, Conate with his first rebound. Here comes the Tamaraws. Daa back to Salansang. Liam, of course, a second-generation player. And I saw his father, Coach Alan, in attendance. As a miss from the outside for the Tamaraws. Here comes the Soaring Falcons. Montebon weaving his way through the defense and draws a foul. I believe it will be called on Jeric Daa. That'll be 2 free throws for Matthew Montebon. These two teams known for their pace. Fast-paced game ang talagang gusto nang gawin ng Tamaraws and ng Soaring Falcons. Of course, the Adamson Soaring Falcons squeaking in to the Final Four spot no season 87, knocking off the UE Red Warriors, which we saw earlier. But again, for the FEU Tamaraws last season, some growing pains, but a young team with so much potential, especially under Coach Sean Chambers. First year ni Coach Sean last season. Now let's see what they'll do in the second year. Rojan, there's a switch on defense. 8 seconds to shoot for the Tamaraws. Liam trying to split the defense, swings it to Rojan. Montemayor pulls up, knocks it down! Ho-ho! What a shot from the Trojan horse! And a stare down on Royce Mantua. Of course, both of these guys are former Tigers. Rojan, a former Tiger Cub, and Mantua, former Growling Tiger. They know each other. And Montemayor and Conate, miscommunication there. Conate attacks, swings it to the corner. Daa, three-pointer off the mark. But he gets the rebound back. Conate resets. They still have 7 seconds on the shot clock. Conate falls back. Great defense there by Gaye. And on the last second of the shot clock, Jedrick Daa steals the rebound and draws a foul on the follow. Heads up play right there. Let's take a look at this instant replay once again. There's the block by Gaye, but out of nowhere, Daa out-positions Mantua. That'll be 2 free throws for Jedrick now. He knocks down the first one. Now FEU with their first taste of the lead of this game. 7 minutes and 44. 6-5 in favor of the Tamaraws. 2 out of 2 for Daa. FEU's now 4 out of 4 from the free throw line early. Of course, the Adamson Soaring Falcons will also introduce some new faces like this man holding the basketball, Lorenzo Brian Competente. Much is expected from Mr. LBC. As Montebon from the outside, no good. Gaia taps it to the wrong man. Conate lays down on the floor but steps out of bounds. Mantua with the hustle right there. Baseline inbound for the Soaring Falcons. They try to steal one there on Mantua, curling. Ball remains on the side of the Soaring Falcons. Of course, Coach Nash Rosella, the head coach of the Adamson Soaring Falcons, retooling after last season. No AJ Fransman, one of their key players last season in this game. AJ Fransman, not available for them. It's Felipe. Gives it to Daa. Three-pointer. No go, and Rojan with an offensive rebound. Montemayor and Competente were teammates a few months ago. As Felipe off the mark. FEU a little bit trigger happy from the outside. Let's see if Adamson can capitalize, either tie the game or take the lead with a three-pointer. Competente swings it to Matthew. Montebon. Pull-up jumper is fouled by Liam Salangsang. And right here, there's going to be a foul on Liam Salangsang, his first personal. And right here, the debut for the Adamson Soaring Falcons, number 4. Kobe Demisana is now on the floor, the former standout from the UPIS who transferred to the Ateneo Blue Eagles and then retransfers to the Adamson Soaring Falcons side. A lot is expected from this 6'5" cager, a very versatile big. Former Juniors Mythical 5 member, itong si Kobe Demisana, wearing number 4 now for the Soaring Falcons. 6-7 in favor of the Tamaraws. Rojan gives it back to Jedrick. Felipe attacks, he spins, fires. No good, Conate taps it to Felipe. They give it to Montemayor, 2 for 2. Knocks it down again! Rojan, 2 out of 2 from 3. May pabaril pa si Montemayor. I know who he shot that for. Rojan now with 8 points to start this ball game as Competente right back at you. Rojan will be whistled for the pushing foul. That's going to be his first personal. And at the free throw line, LBC, Lorenzo Brian Competente, the pride of Quezon City. A deadly lefty shooter. One of the clutchest young players I have ever seen. And a lot is riding on this man for the Soaring Falcons' future. They need that floor spacing that he brings and also the defense neto ni LBC. As Mantua sits down, Kenji Cañete comes in for the Soaring Falcons. Still no substitution for FEU's side. They still remain with their starting 5. As Daan nearly slips there. Felipe being hounded by Competente. Jedrick wants an ISO. Coach Sean calling an ISO right now. Daa puts it up and in. Ho-ho! One for the highlight reel. Jedrick Daa. Babawi. Demisana. Three-pointer. Short there. Stepped on the line, says the referee. Daa lobs it to Conate. Ooh, passed up an open layup there. Conate kontra. Demisana. Fall away jumper. Wala. Competente with the rebound. Tumatakbo itong Soaring Falcons. They find LBC from downtown. Air ball there. A rare miss from an open look galing dito kay Lorenzo Competente. As a substitution, Barcelona sits down for the Soaring Falcons. Here comes Salangsang all the way to the basket with that drive. It's now 16-8 ang score dito. Or sorry, 14-8 should I say. 4 minutes and 39 natitira sa ating first period. As another substitution para dito. And of course, right now, let's turn it over to Flo Del Agua for her report on Liam Salangsang of the FEU Tamaraws. Flo?
Thanks for that, Enzo. Sabi sa akin ni Liam earlier, I never expected na ipapasok ako ni Coach last game, let alone mag-perform ng maganda. Yan nga ang humble words niya sa akin before coming into this game. And by the way, Liam Salangsang is fresh from the FEU Baby Tamaraws program. Liam was the second best scorer in their previous game, but their head coach, Sean Chambers, commends his performance a lot, which is why he earned his spot in the starting five right now and ready to partake in a bigger role for his squad. Your thoughts, Enzo?
Yes, thank you so much, Flo. And honestly, a lot is expected on the shoulders nga neto ni Liam Salangsang. I saw his father, Coach Alan, earlier din dito. And galing sa juniors, pupunta ka ng seniors, hindi mo in-expect maglalaro ka. That's a lot of pressure from a young man. Pero ready tong si Liam Salangsang to perform at a high level. Of course, his father is a former PBA player. Maraming nakukuhang lessons itong si Liam for sure from his dad. As Daa dribbles through traffic. Ball is loose. FEU still regains it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Montemayor 3 for 3. Heat check for the Trojan Horse. He was even asking for a foul there. Ano ang gagawin dito ng Adamson who are down by 6 with 3 minutes and 13 remaining in the first. Competente swings it to Cañete. They could try to go down low to Demisana and hit his foot. Turnover for the Soaring Falcons. And right here, a 4-man substitution for the Tamaraws. Montemayor is the only one that, or who is remaining? Okay, there you go. 5-man platoon substitution para dito sa FEU Tamaraws. Si Felipe ang naiwan sa floor. This is a different substitution pattern from Coach Sean Chambers. Shelton wants it at the post. Felipe, they swing it over. Extra pass. Good open look. Mintis nga lang para dito sa Tamaraws, but good ball movement from the squad out of Moraita. Makayan, mintis yung tres niya doon. Good pace for the Tamaraws here. Shooting the 3, they have already hit 2. Although si Montemayor pa lang yung nakakatama. Sikat. They hand it over right here to Cañete. Kenji. Back to Kobe. 8 seconds to shoot for the Soaring Falcons. And there's a whistle there underneath. It's gonna be on Clifford Tabok-Tabok. Holding on to Demisana who's trying to seal him underneath. And penalty na dito ang FEU Tamaraws. So this would mean free throws for Demisana. Kobe Demisana once again, a former UAAP junior standout for the UPIS program. Made his commitment to the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Nag-training na ilang taon dito sa gym na to. And then decides to take his talents to the Soaring Falcons side. A 6'5", 6'6" lengthy big man. Very agile, good footwork, good shooting touch. And during his junior years sa UAP Juniors, dami nagko-compare sa kanya. Especially wearing the maroon uniform to Carl Tamayo. Let's see what magic he can do for the Adamson side next season. As look at that defense by Demisana. Na-regain nga lang ng Tamaraws. Of course, this tournament is brought to you by Smart, one of our sponsors, as another 3-pointer is missed. Galing dito sa Tamaraws. Tumatakbo ang Soaring Falcons. Good ball movement. Sikat from the outside. Misfires. A minute and 50 natitira sa ating first period. Tabok-tabok gives it to Felipe. Shelton. Good inside. Seal right there. And some exchanges right there between Shelton. Look at this big man, Montel Shelton. If you don't see his hair, you look at the build. You know this guy can rough it out with anybody. Let's see if he can make his free throws. He misses the first one. That's actually FEU's first missed free throw in this first quarter. Daan went 2 for 2, and Rojan Montemayor went 2 for 2 on an earlier trip. So they're now 4 for 5 from the free throw line. 0 for 2 doon si Shelton. Here comes the Soaring Falcons down by just 2 possessions right now. Look at the pin down screens being given to Demisana as a jumper is missed there for the Soaring Falcons. Tumatakbo na naman etong mga Tamaraws. They go down low. Shelton, good seal. Mintis nga lang yung baby hook. Look at that. Trabahong maaga para sa big man as a shovel pass underneath. And duty foul ang ginawa doon ni Luke Felipe. Tignan natin ulit to. The instant replay brought to you by Circus Music Festival. Felipe making sure no easy two. Dahil nagkaroon ng 2-on-1 fast break doon. Of course, once again, this is the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. We are live here in the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center in Ateneo de Manila University. Kung gusto niyo pong manood, pwede pang humabol dahil ito pa lang ang ating pangatlong laro sa ating 4-game Saturday special. As there's some questions by our officials and the assistant coaches of the Soaring Falcons. As Joshua Barcelona comes back in. Let's see if Barcelona can regroup dahil medyo slow start siya kanina. As right now he troops back into the ball game as look at that attack right there by Makaya. 2-on-1 na naman for the Soaring Falcons. Mintis nga lang yung layup para dito kay Cañete. They reset up top. Stop and go. Uy, sayang yung putback. Gaye flips it up and in on the third attempt. Gaye, ikaw na matangkad. Out positioning etong si Shelton. Castillejos hands it off. Oh, another turnover for the Tamaraws. Gaye all alone. Oh! And that's going to be a traveling violation. Forgot to dribble. I thought we were going to expect a slam. Final 21 seconds ng first quarter natin, lamang pa rin ng isa itong FEU Tamaraws 16-15. Let's see how the Tamaraws will play out this final possession. Makayan swings it to the corner. Di makatira. Ang FEU, they give it to Shelton. Jumper, ayaw pa rin. And the putback by Tabok-Tabok is no good. And that is how we will end this first quarter of action. It is the FEU Tamaraws leading by a single point, 16-15 after the first 10 minutes of action. As we can see some of these highlights right here. This was the beautiful shake and bake move galing kay Jedrick Daa. And then of course, ito yung atake ni Liam Salangsang on through the teeth of the defense, and then Gaye. First time is a miss, second time is a miss, third time's a charm. 16-15 in favor of the FEU Tamaraws. Welcome back, mga ka-hoop junkies. This is the second quarter ng labanang FEU Tamaraws kontra the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Lamang ang FEU Tamaraws after the first 10 minutes of action. And they have the basketball to start off this second quarter. Duque, three-pointer. Off the mark. Sayang, ang ganda pa naman ng setup sa kanya dun by Miles Makayan. Let's see. Oy, dangerous pass and a near steal by Duque. FEU's pressure starting to get to the Soaring Falcons' head. Ito na itawid na ng Adamson right in the nick of time. The clock was down to 16. Let's see what they'll do dito sa half-court set nila. Oh, good attack. Pull up off the glass. Ho-ho. Ray Allen Torres with that beautiful jab step and floater. Miles kicks it. They go down low again to the big man. And finally, the baby hook for Montel Shelton. Sikat gives it to Barcelona. Back to Gian. Gian, one-handed floater off the mark. And Kabigting and Castellano. Shelton again seals early. Wanted Gaye. Down low. Stephen. They go back over to Miles. Makayan jumper. Wala yan. Gaye with a rebound. Here comes the Soaring Falcons on the attack. And a beautiful draw of a foul there by Joshua Barcelona. Foul will be called on Stephen Kabingting. As Clifford Tabok-Tabok will troop back in. Duque will sit down. Barcelona knocks down the first one. Papalapit na, tie game na tayo dito at 18. Two out of two and lamang na ulit itong Soaring Falcons. Flever Dignadice comes in for the Soaring Falcons, number 12. Again, sa mga nanonood, no VJ Pre, no Joric Bautista, no Cholo Anonuevo for the FEU Tamaraws. These are some of the players that you will see next season. So early scouting para nga sa mga preseason tournaments natin for these UAAP squads who are preparing for the season 88. And another turnover for the Soaring Falcons. Makayan. Steps back, wanted to go to Shelton. Down low, pero hindi pa siya nakapwesto. Montel spins, flips it up and in. Oh, beautiful move there by Montel Shelton. 4 points now to his tally. Dito naman sa panig ng Adamson Soaring Falcons, I don't see AJ Fransman or even Eli Ramos on their side. Maybe in the next few games or pinagpapahinga ata sila ni Coach Nasser Sela. What will the Soaring Falcons do on this side? Montebon. Head and shoulder fake. Up fake again. No good. Gaye. Put back. Wala pa rin. On the attack. Oh, blocked by Shelton. Instant impact galing dito kay Montel Shelton. Take a look at this once again. Barcelona thought that he had a lane, but Montel Shelton said, not in this house. 5 seconds to shoot for the Soaring Falcons. Does Montebon know? Desperation shot, air ball. Makayan on a 2-on-3. Makayan pinilit. And Gaye corrals the easy rebound. And yun, bumawi. Etong si Barcelona. This time, made sure na walang shot blocker. Adamson now back up top, 21-20. Shelton turns it over. Now, unaan na naman itong si Flever. Dignadice. Ooh, I thought it was gonna get pinned at the rim. But Dignadice scores his first 2 points of the ball game. Adamson now back up by 3. This is their biggest lead of the ball game. Earlier lamang sila ng first quarter. Of course, this tournament is brought to you by Smart. As another turnover right here for the Tamaraws. Dignadice, back-to-back layups. A 5-point lead now for the Soaring Falcons. And Coach Sean Chambers has seen enough. A quick timeout for the Tamaraws after this layup right here. Galing kay Flever Dignadice. That was the first one. And then, eto yung pangalawa. Back-to-back layups. 4 quick points for Flever Dignadice and lamang ng 5. Etong Adamson Soaring Falcons, 25-20. 5 minutes and 57 seconds natitira dito sa ating second period. Lamang na ng 5 itong Adamson Soaring Falcons. After 3 continuous turnovers by the Tamaraws and then back-to-back layups kanina ni Flever Dignadice. Binalik na ni Coach Sean Chambers ang kanyang starting 5 dito. Let's see what they'll do. Stop the bleeding ba for the Tamaraws. Daa. Up fake. Daa. Blocked by Gaye. Beautiful rejection right there.
8 seconds. 8 seconds to shoot.
Let's take a look at this once again. Ating instant replay brought to you by Circus Music Festival. Alugaye erasing that Daa layup. Daa resets against Mantua. He spins, fires, iniwas niya kay Gaye. Konate on the follow. Beating the buzzer. Finally stops the bleeding for the Tamaraws. 25-22 ang ating score. Dignadice gives it to Gaye. Wants to hand it off to Montebon. Finally gets it to Mantua on the corner. And right there, Royce Mantua. That's his spot, yung corner 3 na yan. And now, the biggest lead of the ball game. 28-22 in favor of the Soaring Falcons. Felipe. Attacks, gives it to Konate. Easy 2 points for Mo Konate. That's what the Tamaraws need to do. Break down the defense through extra passes. Not so much isolation basketball in order to win this game. Montebon tried to go pick and roll. They give it to Mantua. Royce, pull-up jumper. Off the mark, and Rojan with another board. That's his second rebound of the game. Konate. DHO to Montemayor. They give it over to Salansang. Back to Rojan. Where are the Tamaraws going on this offensive set? Konate shoots a long jumper. And if you're the Soaring Falcons, that is what you want. Mo Konate shooting jumpers. Not really his bread and butter. Can the Soaring Falcons add on to this 4-point lead? Mantua. They go down low to Demisana. Dignadice spins away from Montemayor. No look pass to Demisana, and Kobe drops it. Oh, beautiful move right there by Demisana, but the pass was more perfect galing dito kay Dignadice. Konate tried to hit the slip screen ni Daa, but another turnover for the Tamaraws. That has been killing them this quarter. Pang-ilan na nila yan? I believe on my count, pang-5 turnover na nila. Live ball turnover, hindi pa kasama yung mga unforced. An offensive foul on Kobe Demisana. That's a turnover para dito sa Soaring Falcons. Let's see what the Tamaraws will do. They're down by 6 ulit. Salansang, pull-up jumper. Off the mark. It's one of his strong suits coming from the juniors division, should I say. Montebon hesitates, fires. Off the mark, and Demisana. That's going to be a clear pushing foul.
Pushing foul before Kobe Demisana, his
Second personal foul
Adamson University.
as Lorenzo Competente comes back into the ball game.
Coming in to replace Weber Dignadice.
Dignadice sits down. Some good minutes for Dignadice. Those back-to-back layups na kanina gave them the lead, and that's why they have the momentum right now. Felipe, they go down low to Conate. Good seal, good move. Di nga alam pumasok. Everything but the shot for Mo Conate. Mantua, pull-up three-pointer. Off the mark, and Felipe with a running start. 4-on-3. Salangsang the up fake. There's a switch. They give it to Montemayor. Down low to Conate. Against Demisana. Conate puts it up. That's going to be a foul on Demisana. If I'm not mistaken, that's going to be his third. That is his third personal foul. All three of those fouls came in this quarter. One offensive, one pushing foul, and then this personal foul trying to defend Mo Conate. Mo Conate, one of the top 5 rebounders last season in the UAAP. Averaged near 13 and a half rebounds per game for the FEU Tamaraws. A lot is riding on this man. Again, no Joric Bautista, no Cholo Ananuevo, and no Francis VJ Pre for the Tamaraws today. That's 0 for 2 and bumawi at a pushing foul. Dito ito si Luke Felipe. Of course, this is the preseason. This is the barometer para sa mga players and of course mga coaches, just like Coach Nash, Coach John Chambers sa upcoming seasons nila, and even on the NCAA side. Dito nila makikita ng mga adjustments ang kailangan nila. As Competente. Montebon slips, hindi siya nakita ni Renzo. 8 seconds to shoot for the Soaring Falcons. Matthew looking to dance, gives it. LBC block right there. Beautiful rejection right there by Jedrick Da. That defensive stance for the Tamaraws can get them back into this ball game. A minute and 49 remaining in this first half. As Realen Torres comes back into the game, replacing itong si Matthew Montebon. Salansang playing point guard. Crosses over, stops, fades, fires. Off the mark yung tira niya. Here comes the Soaring Falcons, who are protecting a 5-point lead right now. Cañete gives it to Competente. They swing it over. Jumper off the mark. Conate with some defense. Liam gives it to Mo. Stopped in his tracks. Salansang step back jumper. Off the mark. A good pass underneath by Mantua. Pero stepping nga lang, another turnover. Both teams now starting to pile off the turnovers. And another platoon substitution for Coach Sean Chambers. Look at the rotations ng parehong squads. For the Soaring Falcons, pa isa-isa or minsan dala-dalawa. Dito naman kay Coach Sean Chambers, always fresh legs ang gusto niya. It seems like they want to run and run from the Soaring Falcons as eto, Montel turns it over again. That's now his 4th turnover of the game. Talking about Montel Shelton. May jitters pa. Of course, this is the Tamaraws' first game in this tournament. As Torres puts it up and in off the stick back. Cleaning up his own miss. Ray Allen Torres. Makayan to tabok-tabok. 3-pointer short. Torres with the board. They toss it up. Touchdown, Soaring Falcons. What a pass from Ray Allen Torres to Royce Mantua. Makayan swings it to tabok-tabok. And nobody from the FEU side saw the clock, and that is how we will end this second quarter. A 10-point turnaround for the Soaring Falcons. We started this quarter 16-15 in favor of the Tamaraws. Now at our half, lamang ang Soaring Falcons, 34-25. Take a look at some of these highlights. That was this beautiful big boy move by Montel Shelton. And dito, nanalasa ang Soaring Falcons in transition. This layup by Barcelona. And then Digna Dice with those back-to-back layups to give the Soaring Falcons the momentum. And right here, Mo Conate with the easy 2 points. The special delivery galing dito kay Jedrick Taa. And then Demisana with a beautiful floater off the pick and roll. And then dito tayo nagtapos with some Mantua magic right there off the fast break. Lamang po ng 9 points itong Soaring Falcons. 34-25 at the half tayo po ay magbabalik. kanina. Tapa ulit. As welcome back dito sa Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour lamang ang Adamson Soaring Falcons 34-25 kontra sa FEU Tamaraws. At ito po ang ating halftime statistics natin. Adamson shooting better from the field, 34% compared to 27 for the Tamaraws. They're shooting better from 3, 20% compared to 15. Free throws lamang itong Soaring Falcons. Not just a department ng attempts and makes, but also in the percentages, 83% compared to 62. And look at the turnovers that they have forced. 8 turnovers ang na-force na itong Soaring Falcons compared to FEU. 2 turnovers ang na-force nila. Assist department, we can see 9-5. Mas maganda ang ikot ng bola netong Adamson Soaring Falcons, being led by, of course, their point guard Matthew Montebon. Dito naman sa panig ng FEU Tamaraws, they had a good start nung first quarter. Lamang sila 16-15. But then yun nga, yung mga forced turnovers ng Soaring Falcons, forced live ball turnovers, should I say, ang talagang pamatay sunog for the Tamaraws in that second period. Pero let's see, paano bang mag-a-adjust ang parehong koponan? Lalong-lalo na itong Tamaraws who are down by 9 points in this game. They're being led, talking about the Tamaraws, they're being led by Rojan Montemayor with 8 points. Dito naman sa kabila, ang gumagawa, I see Ray Allen Torres na may 6 points and 3 rebounds already. As to start off this second half, ball will be on the side of the Soaring Falcons. Well, look at this early adjustment agad for Coach Sean Chambers. Putting Montemayor on Montebon. Rojan, a really good perimeter defender. Let's see how this adjustment will fare for the Tamaraws. As they go to Gaye. Pin down screen for Mantua. Re-screen by Gaye. Oh, beautiful play by the Soaring Falcons. Sayang lang hindi napasok ni Alu Gaye yung layup. Slip screen to re-screen and then hit the slip. Ang ganda ng play na yun for the Soaring Falcons. As Konate, hindi nakita yung bola nasa harap niya. Mantua kontra Montemayor. They swing it over. Competente. Hesitated to shoot the 3. Renzo. Turnaround shot, air ball, and ball will go back to FEU. Still scoreless, parehong koponan. Less than a minute has gone by in this third period. Daa spins, drops it off to Mo. Konate, flip shot, too strong. Rebounded by Matthew Montebon. Montebon swings it. Competente hesitated at his spot. Favorite niyan. Oh, beautiful pass by Competente to the cutting Barcelona. No look dime from Mr. LBC. Here's Liam. Looking to dance with Montebon. Konate. They let him shoot that. And Gaye with another board. Tamaraws down by the biggest margin right now at 11. Soaring Falcons clicking on all cylinders. Montemayor looking to go ISO. Rojan. Flip shot is no good. Still no answers. Still no points actually on the board para dito sa FEU Tamaraws. Gaye. Miscommunication right there on the slip. But Montebon regains, falls back, and knocks down the jumper. 6-0 ang simula ng Adamson Soaring Falcons. Daa does the same move. Hindi nga lang pumasok. Anong gagawin ng Soaring Falcons ngayon? Of course, we would like to thank our sponsors, Smart. Dito sa ating college campus tournament. Gaye pull-up jumper. High looping jumper, should I say. You'd live with that if you're the Tamaraws, but you need to score in this possession. They set up Montemayor, who's already hit 2. Missed his next 2. Good steal right there by Salangsang. Liam says, calm down. They didn't have the numbers. Jedrick, back to Liam. We'll use the Konate screen. Mo. Natapikan sa likod ni Barcelona, and then another turnover for the Tamaraws. That is what's killing them in this game. Yung turnovers nila, napaparami na. And they're still scoreless. That's going to be a foul on Jedrick Daa, holding on to Competente on the drive. Second personal foul on Daa. Competente comes out. Papasok ulit si Clever Dignadice. Clever Dignadice, who did an amazing job in that second quarter, scored 4 points. And those back-to-back steals gave them all the momentum that they have right now. Was a miss there by Montebon. Not a lot of threes attempted by the Soaring Falcons, but when they do shoot them, it's always a good look. As of course, this is our third game of this Saturday quadruple header here in the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour Tournament. Salansang misfires on the three. Loose ball. Torres gets it. Pang-apat na rebound ni Ray Allen Torres. He gets it. Oh, what a block by Konate! What a rejection by Mo Konate! As Daa gives it to Mo. Can he capitalize off of that defensive stop? Konate, shimmy. And mintis nga lang yung hook shot niya dun. I'm still in awe with that rejection. Ladies and gentlemen, we're nearing the halfway point of this third period. Lamang pa rin ng 13 puntos itong Soaring Falcons. Hindi pa nakascore itong Tamaraws in this quarter. Started this quarter 34 to 25. 4-0 in favor of Adamson pa rin ang quarter scoring natin. Konate trying to look for a buddy. Finally gets it to Rojan, who had 8 first quarter points, scoreless in the second. Rojan misfires pa rin, but kanya yung rebound. The Trojan horse trying to muscle his way through everybody there. And he draws the foul on Alugaye. Baseline inbound for the Tamaraws as Demisana and Cañete come back in. As right now, let's turn it over to Flo Del Agua for her report on Kenji Cañete of the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Flo?
Appreciate that. Enzo, Kenji Cañete of the Adamson Soaring Falcons is one of the players who had to sit out in the UAAP Season 87 because of a fracture in his right hand. Kwento ni Kenji, masakit on his end and he's disappointed with himself because of this injury. However, today, this is a Kenji Cañete version 2.0 dahil 100% recovered na siya at wala nang palalagpasin na opportunity. As he told me, ang tagal ko itong hinintay, so there is nowhere to be but forward for this young talent. Your thoughts, Enzo?
Yes, and actually I was looking at Kenji Cañete kanina and trying to remember bakit hindi ko siya nakita last season. A highly touted prospect itong si Kenji Cañete. I just remembered by Flo's report nga pala na yun nga, na-fracture niya yung hand niya before the start of the season. And it's good to see him 100%, but ika nga ni Flo Del Agua, sabi niya sa report niya, it's Kenji Cañete 2.0. Of course, he is one of the talented scorers in that squad. As Demisana, talk about talent. Beautiful pull-up jumper there by Kobe Demisana again. Another highly touted prospect. I mean, the Soaring Falcons made to the Final Four last season. What more ngayon? Oh! Konate on the follow! FEU starting to score now pero down by 9 pa rin sila. Barcelona. Oh, miscommunication there between Barcelona and Cañete. 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in this third period. FEU down by 9. Hirap na hirap itong mga Tamaraws to find someone. Of course, your 3 leading scorers from the UAAP last season are not playing, diba? You're trying to find, but when your 3 leading scorers are not playing, there's room to make more of them. Liam Salangsang muscles his way through. This young man is talented, very, very skilled, a lot of promise. From the second generation Salangsang. Again, his father, Coach Alan Salangsang, is in attendance. Liam converts the 3-point play opportunity. There you go, Coach Alan Salangsang. On your screens kanina, watching his son closely. As backdoor play got deflected there by Felipe. Oh, couldn't handle the pass properly. Spins, an easy layup na lang yan para kay Mo Konate. Here comes the Tamaraws. Slowly but surely creeping back in. 4 na lang ang kanilang hinahabol. 40-36, 3 minutes and 4 seconds natitira sa ating third period. Tayo po ay nagbabalik dito sa ating laro kung saan itong Adamson Soaring Falcons nawawala unti-unti ang kanilang momentum. Lamang sila ng 13 puntos kanina, ngayon 4 na lang ang kalamangan nila. FEU slowly but surely creeping back into this ball game with stops just like that. Konate is everywhere for the Tamaraws. Mo, I thought he would shoot that. He finds Felipe. Felipe drives. Felipe flips it up and in. Plus a foul. Here comes the Tamaraws. What a drive from Luke Felipe. And they're only down by 2 points na lang. If Felipe can knock down this this free throw, should I say, isa na lang ang hinahabol. Is on the shot clock. Does Royce know? Spins. Fires. Beats the buzzer pero hindi pumasok. Tumatakbo itong mga Tamaraws and Salangsang gets fouled from behind by Mantua.
Number 13, Royce Mantua, his third personal foul. 14th foul.
As we have a timeout, Coach Sean Chambers wants to talk things over. A massive run galing dito sa FEU Tamaraws, down by 13 to start the quarter. They only find themselves down by 4, 42-38 in favor of the Soaring Falcons. You're still watching the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. This is the third game of our Saturday. quadruple header between the Adamson Soaring Falcons and the FEU Tamaraws. Daming nanonood sa loob ng ating arena. Of course, yung main event game will be the home team. My mentor, Coach Pancho Alfonso, watching right now. Coach, I unretired for one day. Miss you, Coach Pancho. As right now, the Tamaraws, after the timeout, what will they do? Konate loses the ball, and that's gonna be another Tamaraw turnover. Out, and you can see Assistant Coach Mark Isip shaking his head earlier dahil nag-drawing ng timeout si Coach Sean Chambers and naging turnover yan. A head scratcher for any coach out there. Can Adamson put the cherry on top on this third period where they had a great start, collapsed in the middle. Let's see how they'll do in the final minutes. Mantua gives it to Gaye. Alu count, but pang ilang team foul na ba yan? Yun, penalty na nga. Etong Adamson Soaring Falcons. So any foul they'll be whistled for in the next few minutes will mean free throws for the Tamaraws. But ito si Montel Shelton, who's at the free throw line, missed both of it. Where will the Soaring Falcons go? Corner three-pointer. Mintis yan for Barcelona, but he gets the long rebound back. Barcelona, flip shot. Wala yan. Bothered by Rojan. 26 seconds natitira sa ating third period where it has been a roller coaster ride for both of these squads. Adamson leading by as much as 13 and then FEU storming back. 2 puntos na lang kanilang hinahabol. Daa to kabigting. They give it to Montemayor. Back to Stephen. Salansang couldn't give it. Salansang flips shot. Wala. Gaye with the board. 4 seconds natitira. Does Matthew know? 1 second. And Montebon was not aware of the time. That shot, as wild as that was, hindi ho counted yan. So the Soaring Falcons were up by 9 to start the quarter. Up by 13 in the middle. The Tamaraws came storming back. And ngayon, etong Adamson Soaring Falcons, led by this man, Matthew Montebon, giving them a 2-point advantage. Mas Mo Konatek leading the charge for the Tamaraws in this comeback. 2-point lead lang ho ito, mga ka-hoop junkie. Handa na ba kayo for the final 10 minutes of this ball game in the game between the Adamson Soaring Falcons and the FEU Tamaraws? Back here inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center in Ateneo de Manila University. As the start of the fourth quarter, a 2-point lead separates both the Tamaraws and Soaring Falcons right here. FEU down by 2. Let's see how they'll start the fourth. They go over to Montel. Oh, beautiful move. Ho, ho, ho! What a shot by Montel Shelton plus a foul. Big man move grown man move galing dito kay Montel Shelton. Take a look at that once again. Got hit in the head by Alugaye. But the concentration and brute strength galing dito kay Montel Shelton. Can he complete the three-point play to retake the lead for the Tamaraws? Bonus free throw is a make. This is the first lead of the FEU Tamaraws since the first quarter, where they were up 16 to 15. The rest of the way lamang itong Adamson Soaring Falcons. As they are trapping Torres right here from the backcourt. Montemayor steals it away. Rojan, Euro step, puts it up, no go. And Montemayor couldn't handle the rebound there. But the effort from the Trojan horse. Look at the ball pressure they're applying right now. And Coach Sean can't do anything but just shake his head. But you have to applaud that effort from Montemayor and the Tamaraws, trying to pressure up right here. As Torres hounded. They give it. Competente three-pointer. Off the mark. Rebounded by Miles Makayan. Tamaraws protecting a 1-point lead to start off this fourth and final period. Miles stops. They give it over. Shelton. Hook shot. Ho ho ho! Piso-piso ang ginagawa ni Montel Shelton. What will the Soaring Falcons answer? There you go, a three-pointer. Matthew Montebon finally stops the bleeding for the Soaring Falcons. Tie game tayo at 45. Makayan gives it to Jedrick. Shelton demanding the basketball. Triple team and naagaw tuloy sa kanya yung bola. Montebon swings it to Torres. Torres blocked by Shelton. What a rejection. Pangalawang block na yan. Ito ni Montel Shelton in this game. Take a look at this. Good crossover by Torres, but then Shelton erases that shot up top. Torres drops it off to Gaye, who misses the gimme. Those are the opportunities that Adamson must score. As a turnover again for the Tamaraws. Makayan pass it in between Daca and Montemayor. No one was ready for that. .45 all pa rin ang ating score. 7 minutes and 51 natitira sa ating fourth and final period. Gaye. Pull-up jumper. Shelton just allowed him to shoot that. Jedrick splits the defense, loses the ball. Shelton regains it. Tabok-tabok gives it. Daa. Makayan steps out of bounds. Another turnover para dito sa Tamaraws. Kobe De Misana comes into the ballgame. Alugaye will sit down. Matchups per matchups. It's a chess match between the two coaches right now. Dangerous pass na naman off the inbound. Cañete. Floater. Knocks it down. Kenji Cañete. Silent in the third period. Finally scores here in the fourth. Miles gives it to Jedrick. Daa attacks. Gets stripped by Kenji. Again, the turnovers being forced by Adamson is killing FEU. Pero yun din, bumawi. A taste of their own medicine ang pinatikim doon ng FEU Tamaraws. Gian Sikat comes back in for the Soaring Falcons. Uupo muna. Ito si Torres. Montemayor, who started off this game with 8 consecutive points, na nahimik. Scoreless pa rin siya. But the Tamaraws have find other ways to score as Daa pulls up. No good Competente with a rebound. Sikat to Montebon. Dadaan sa screen ni Demisana. Pocket pass. Beautiful challenge right there galing kay Montemayor. What could have been an easy layup for Demisana. As Makayan splits the defense, finger roll is good. Miles Makayan with the 2 points. And game tie at 47. Rojan really pressuring up the ball handler there. Montebon spins, runs into a brick wall. Cañete to Demisana. Dami pang oras sa kanilang shot clock, but Demisana decides to fire the three-pointer. Oh, look at this. Montel Shelton bringing down the ball. Spin move, natapikan sa likod. Cañete on a 2-on-1. Cañete to Demisana. Beautiful fast break for the Soaring Falcons. And a quick timeout right here for Coach Sean Chambers. Take a look at this. Picture perfect. Textbook fast break. Cañete to Demisana for 2 points. Lamang na ng dalawa. Itong Soaring Falcons 49-47. We can see here ang mga fans natin sa loob nitong Moro Lorenzo Sports Complex in Ateneo de Manila enjoying this game. And syempre, kung kayo po ay gustong manood ulit or makanood ng ating laro live, dayo na po kayo dito dahil may isa pa tayong laro. Ang laban ng St. Clare College Saints and of course the home team, the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Napakagandang laban po niyan. Pero ito, magandang laban din ang ating napapanood sa kasalukuyan. Lamang itong Soaring Falcons 49-47 kontra sa FEU Tamaraws. Both squads with some of their key players not playing today, pero they're holding up their end of the bargain dito. Itong mga bagong players din, lalong-lalo sa FEU side. As Konate, good seal. Demisana bothered them enough, pero kanila pa rin yung rebound. Salansang gives it to Duque. Back to Felipe. He wants an ISO. Felipe kontra. Competente. They swing it. Liam, three-pointer. Off the mark. Konate with the rebound. We're at the midway point of this fourth and final quarter. Mo, babangga. Wala yung putback niya. Ayaw pa rin talaga for Konate. May takip ang ring ng FEU. Montebon gives it to Cañete. That's going to be a holding foul whistled here on Duque. That's going to be his third personal foul. And Coach Sean Chambers talking to our official, Arnel Bermeo. As a substitution. Right there, GNC Cut will sit down. 14 seconds on the shot clock ng Soaring Falcons. Mantua then comes back in also. Para dito sa panig ng Adamson. Uupo muna ito si Competente. Silent game for Mr. LBC as you can see Coach Sean Chambers barking some instructions on the defensive end. Cañete. Pull-up jumper. Block right there by Salansang. Good defense. Galing kay Liam. Ito na si Luke Felipe. Finds Duque. Swings it to Liam. Can FEU tie the game or take the lead with a three? Duque to Salansang. To Kabigting. Three-pointer. Knocks it down! Big shot by Steven Kabinting. And lamang na ng isa itong FEU Tamaraws. What a game we are treated here. And what a game I am treated here on my comeback to the basketball world. As ito. Mintis na naman para dito sa Soaring Falcons. FEU Salansang. Oh, that's a dangerous challenge right there. No harm intended. As we take a look at this once again, Liam Salangsang, Cañete just stood there and nearly got undercut. But no intention. I just want to clear things up. Kenji Cañete. Sorry, iba pala yung Cañete. Kenji Cañete had no intention to hurt Liam Salangsang. He was just trying to draw the charge, which is a legit and legal basketball play. Referee saw Cañete moving, called the blocking foul, and that's why you can see right there, Coach Alan Salangsang, the former PBA player and the father of Liam Salangsang, who's at the free throw line. Watching closely, I'm pretty sure Coach Alan is very proud of his son, how he's playing well, not just in this game, but also in the last game ng FEU Tamaraws. As Mantua and Salangsang get entangled there. Foul will be whistled on Liam. 3 minutes and 48. Tensions are rising as the game gets more and more close to the final buzzer.
16 seconds on the shot clock.
Shoutout daw kay Calais Page. Pinapa-shoutout ni RV Brian Mendoza, ang aking kapatid dyan sa Merville. Happy watching po sa inyo as Konate! Good defense by Mo! Another stop for the Tamaraws. Konate trying to take over the game. Trying to go crossover there na agawan tuloy siya. Montebon gives it to Cañete. Dangerous pass by Kenji. As natapikan na naman sa likod. Another turnover for the Soaring Falcons. Salangsang protecting a 2-point lead. Itong Tamaraws, 3 minutes and 16 natitira sa ating laro. Liam working the pick and roll. Konate slides. Konate underneath. Mintis nga lang yung layup. Duque to Liam. Back to Konate. They reset at the post. There's a double. Stolen away again. Some wild sequences here. It's not pretty, but it's effective for both squads. Matthew looks up at the clock. 12 seconds pa sa kanilang shot clock. Montebon calls for horns. 6 seconds to go. Montebon, three-pointer, no good. Look at that! Offensive rebound and putback by Precious right there. Precious with his first 2 points of the ball game. And it couldn't have come at a better time as Felipe. In and out nga lang yung tira niya. Tie game tayo at 50. Entering the last 2 minutes of this ball game. Who wants it more? I know it's just preseason pero gutom itong parehong koponan manalo. Mantua, three-pointer. In and out nga lang. That would have brought the house down for the Soaring Falcons if he hit that. Felipe turns it over again. Montebon to Cañete. Fly by. Three-pointer. Off the mark. And Kabigting with a rebound. Salangsang doing the right thing here. Trying to settle down. Dahil puro takbuhan ang nangyayari. Goes Sean Chambers. Telling Liam, go ISO, take us home, young man. Liam to Luke. Felipe knocks it down! What a shot right there by Luke Felipe! Abante ang Tamaraws ngayon. 54-51 after this clutch basket. Galing kay Luke Felipe. What a setup by Liam Salangsang, and Felipe, ice in his veins, knocks it down. 3-point lead for the FEU Tamaraws. As you can see right here, some of the players ng women's team, Ateneo. Nanonood, of course, nag-i-ensayo sila. But also watching and enjoying basketball, as this is a great game being treated for us this Saturday quadruple header between the FEU Tamaraws and the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Lamang ng tatlo itong mga Tamaraws. But the inbound goes to the Soaring Falcons. Montebon. Jab step, three-pointer. Muntik na. And there's gonna be a whistle here on Jedrick Daa. Is this on the penalty na ba? Are they on the penalty? Oh, Daa's fourth personal foul. That's the first foul of FEU in the last 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. Just a baseline inbound for the Soaring Falcons. Montebon to inbound. Gaye. Back to Montebon. Open look. In and out nga lang. And Montemayor with the all-important rebound for the Tamaraws. Rojan. Gives it to Salansang. Back to Daa. Jedrick. Attacks. Nearly lost it. Konate. Jumper. Off the mark. That would have been a dagger, but a chance for the Soaring Falcons to tie. Mantua attacks, flips it up and in! Whoa! Miracle shot right there by Royce Mantua. And isa na lang ang hinahabol ng FEU Tamaraws. What a shot from Royce Mantua. Take a look at this right here. Falling down, looking for the contact, off balance and all, off the glass. 2 points para kay Royce Mantua. Isa na lang ang kanilang hinahabol, 54-53.
Na inaalagaan ni Bingo Plus. Ang pangalan nitong ano nila, import nila, yun talagang import nila, di ba? Ito na pala. Ay, Jariki.
As we can see the huddle of the Adamson Soaring Falcons right now, and now the FEU Tamaraws. Both of these squads looking at their faces, itching for a win. And for sure, yung mga FEU fans would like to see those two guys on the far left play, especially in these moments. Joric Bautista and Francis VJ Pre. Of course, Joric hit a lot of clutch shots for FEU last season in the UAAP. And of course, VJ Pre, the reigning Rookie of the Year, both in street clothes, not playing today. And also, Janray Pasaol also in that frame. So, FEU, even without their stars, hang their hats on Mo Konate, Liam Salangsang, Luke Felipe, and Rojan Montemayor. But right here, the Soaring Falcons leaned on both Matthew Montebon, Ray Allen Torres, and Royce Mantua, their veterans, to make a comeback here. As a 1-point lead being protected by FEU. 30 seconds to go in this ball game. Felipe to Konate. That's what they had to guard, the inbound. And a quick foul for the Soaring Falcons is going to be called on Alugaye. Di pa in the penalty. So no free throws yet, another inbound. Ray Allen Torres will come in for Royce Mantua for defensive purposes. They're going to try to pressure etong FEU. Montemayor to inbound. Rojan gives it again to Konate. Mo escapes Gaye. Konate. And wisely Felipe wastes some time, but there's still a 3-second difference, shot clock, game clock. And there's the foul by Ray Allen Torres. They did not realize that there was still a shot clock, and this is just a 1-point game. Hindi pwedeng mag-relax ang FEU kasi regardless is how many free throws they'll make in this trip, Adamson can still tie the game with a 3. Barcelona is going to be whistled for a personal foul. And that's going to be the 14th foul. So one more foul for Adamson to put them in the penalty. Another inbound for FEU. Let's see.
11 seconds remaining.
Felipe this time will inbound. Conate receives it. Montemayor seals that ball, and FEU with these 2 free throws can call night-night unless Adamson hits a 3. Regardless if Montemayor hits both free throws, this will still just be a 1-possession game. But the pride of Alegria Cebu, the Trojan horse, Rojan Montemayor, with 2 huge free throws upcoming right now as he knocks down the first one. Can the Trojan horse knock down the second one? Can Rojan knock down and seal this game? Mintis yung pangalawa niya. A chance for the Soaring Falcons, and there's a foul. Is that going to be free throws? That's Da's 5th foul. Da's out of the game. And that's just the 14th foul for the FEU Tamaraws, so no free throws for the Soaring Falcons. But there's a chance for the Soaring Falcons to not just tie, but also win this game. This game has just got crazy in this final few minutes as the Soaring Falcons will suit for time. Down by 2 points, 6 seconds na lang natitira. Are they going for the win or are they going for the tie? Si Ernest yung ano dun eh. Hindi ako. Sila yun. Namamahinga na ako sa hotel. Sila yung naglalaro pa. Wala yan. Papalik ako bingo plus kung ano. Oo. Hindi na nga sanay eh. Final 6 seconds of this ball game. Tingnan natin kung sinong mananalo. Lamang ng dalawa itong FEU, but Adamson has the ball. Are they going for the tie? Or are they going for the 3 for the win? They have Competente, Montebon, Torres, Barcelona, and Demisana, who all can hit 3-pointers and create a shot on their own. Who will deliver for Adamson, and can FEU get a stop on their side? Competente to inbound. Montebon. Hounded by Salansang. 2 seconds. Montebon misfires, and that'll do it. FEU survives. What a stop from Liam Salansang and Stephen Kabigting there. Great defensive stop from the Tamaraws, and they survive this ball game. As the Soaring Falcons suffer a heartache in their debut right now. But nonetheless, FEU, what a great game. It's just the preseason. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari, marami pwedeng ma-adjust. But this has to feel good for the young cats of the FEU Tamaraws. Salansang, Duque, Luke Felipe, those guys literally carried this team to victory. But there is one guy for the FEU Tamaraws who really dominated this ball game, and that is none other than Mo Conate. A monster game from Mr. Mo Conate.
Biruin nyo, nakahabol pa ang FEU Tamaraws and they won for today's game. And here beside me is Mo Conate of the FEU Tamaraws with 13 points and 13 rebounds, a double-double performance. Mo, congratulations. You know, Mo, people say 13 is an unlucky number, but for you, it seems like a lucky number today. What does it feel like to change the lead back to your team during the final minutes of this game?
We just like follow the instruction from the coach, and then we play like harder than we play the first quarter, and then the thing is going like the same thing we do in practice every day, just playing hard and following the instruction only.
Mo, last week when you were on the way home, you were aching that first loss of the tournament, but later you'll be going home with a win. So what do you think it will feel like on your bus on the way home?
Yeah, we feel good, and we just have to improve something else, and then we have to like to get better every day in practice to try to win more games here. All right.
And Mo, since you are our top scorer for today, you get a chance to greet your family and friends and maybe drop some Filipino words in there for our Asiabasket fans.
I don't know like so much Filipino words, but how you call it then? Like I don't even know so much like. I guess my family and my friends like here and back home, and my teammates also. Yeah, they are so good. Like I thank the coach also every day.
Thank you so much, Mo, and congratulations again to you and your team. That was Mo Conate of the FEU Tamaraws. Pero meron pa tayong isang laro pa mamaya, Asiabasket fans. The SCC Saints will go against the Ateneo Blue Eagles right here in their home court. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, maraming salamat Flo Del Agua and congratulations to Mo Conate. Diyan na po nagtatapos ang ating third game. Stay tuned mga Asiabasket fans. But then, ito na po ang aming pagtatapos sa ating laro for Flo Del Agua. Ako po si Enzo Galarosa. And once again, we are saying goodbye and good night.